It's a case of whether you have or you haven't, and we certainly haven't. Well, we're here at Havant station anyway.
Safety and security CCTV is in use at this station.
Right, we'll kick off season 3 episode 429 here at Havant with 377455 leaving for Portsmouth Harbour. Now leaving with the 11:50 service from London Waterloo to Portsmouth Harbour, 4:50.090 and 4:50.116. Now just arriving here at Havant, the 11:56 service from Southampton Central to London Victoria, 377.433. Just now arriving, the 12:04 service from Portsmouth Harbour to London Waterloo, 4:50.077. and 4:50.075. So almost sisters, but not quite. Now leaving the 12:05 service from Brighton to Portsmouth Harbour, usually a 313, but today it's 377.133. Now just arriving, the 12:11 to Brighton from Southampton, 377, I think that was 311, 137. Now just arriving, the 12:50 or 12:16 service from Portsmouth and Southsea to Littlehampton, 377.116. Now leaving the 12:16 service from London Waterloo to Portsmouth Harbour, 4:50.006 and 4:50.032. Now leaving the 12:19 service to Southampton Central from London Vicky C, 377.134. Now leaving the 12:27 service from London Waterloo to Portsmouth and Southsea, 4:50.124 and 4:50. I didn't get the number. .018 as the train from Portsmouth Harbour to Victoria comes back in, 377.455. My train that came on. Pair of 450s coming in. I presume this is the express Portsmouth Harbour service. 4:50.100. And 4:50.110. First 313 today. 313.213. Off to Portsmouth Harbour. where this one came from. It came from somewhere. Well, Portsmouth Southsea, I know that definitely. 450.076 and 450.003 as 377.454 goes through to Southampton Central. Just now arriving, 12:46 service to Brighton. 377.133 from, I think that's from Portsmouth Harbour. I'll double check that. Just now leaving the 12:46 service to Portsmouth Harbour, 377.213. One of the dual voltage 377s. Now leaving the 12:48 service to Portsmouth Harbour, yep, from London Waterloo, 450.095 and 450.119. Now arriving the 12:56 service from Southampton Central to London Victoria. 377.201, another 3772 around this area. That's rare. Just now arriving the 13:04 service from Portsmouth Harbour to London Waterloo for 450.116 and 450.090, I believe it was. Yep. Just now leaving the 13:05 service from Brighton to Portsmouth Harbour, 377.408. Just now arriving the 13:11 service from Southampton Central to Brighton. 377.146. (13:16) service from Portsmouth Southsea to Littlehampton. 313.213. (13:16) service to Portsmouth Harbour, just leaving. 450.094 and 450.099. Now leave it looks to be 377.452 and the 13:19 service from Victoria to Southampton Central. Without looking at the notes, I'm not sure where this train's come from, but it's London Victoria. 377.213, so that's come from Portsmouth Harbour. Just now leaving the 13:27 service from London Waterloo to Portsmouth and Southsea. 450.072 and 450.078. I will assume this is the yeah, 450, 032 and 006 from Portsmouth Harbour to London Waterloo. Just now leaving the 1332 service from Littlehampton to Portsmouth and Southsea, 377417. Just now arriving the 1339 service from Portsmouth and Southsea to London Waterloo. 450 018 and 450 124. Going to spin around because the train to Southampton Central's just leaving. (377-102) Brighton, Southampton. Just now arriving in from Portsmouth Harbour, go to Brighton. 377-408. Now leaving the 1346 service from London Victoria to Portsmouth Harbour, 377-202. Just now leaving with 1350 from London Waterloo to Portsmouth Harbour, 450-120. 450-002. Just now arriving the 1356 service from Southampton Central to London Victoria. 377-134. Just now arriving the 1404 service from Portsmouth Harbour to London Waterloo. Should be 450-119 and 450-0945. I think it's 095 or 094. I think 095 went with it. 95? Yeah, 95. Now leaving the 1405 service from Brighton to Portsmouth Harbour, 377-406. It's now arriving the 1411 service from Southampton Central to Brighton. 377-454. Coming in now should be 377-417. And that's heading off to Littlehampton from Portsmouth and Southsea. Now leaving 450-113. And it's tag team partner with the 1416 service. It's 450-106. For 1416 service from London Waterloo to Portsmouth Harbour. Now leaving the 1419 service from London Victoria to Southampton Central. 450, 377 451. Now in with the 1427 service from London Waterloo to Portsmouth Southsea is 450.093 and 450.023. And just coming in as well is 377.202 with the 1430 service from Portsmouth Harbour to London Victoria. Now arriving should be 450.099 and 450.094. Working the 1434 service from Portsmouth Harbour to London Waterloo. Now leaving the 1432 service from Littlehampton to Portsmouth and Southsea, 313.210. Now leaving the 1437 service from Brighton to Southampton Central, 377.137. Now arriving the 1440 service from Portsmouth and Southsea to London Waterloo, 450.078 and 450.072. Just now arriving in from Portsmouth Harbour to go back to Brighton, 377.408. Sorry, 406, I do apologise. Now leaving the 1446 service from Portsmouth Harbour, sorry, London Victoria to Portsmouth Harbour, 377.151. Now leaving with the 1450 service from London Waterloo to Portsmouth Harbour, 450.042 Treelaw College and 450.085, which doesn't have a name. Took me a bit by surprise there. Did 450, 377.452 on its way to London Victoria from Southampton Central. It's now arriving the 1505 service from Portsmouth Harbour to London Waterloo, 450.002 and 450.120. Just now departing with the 1505 service from Brighton to Portsmouth Harbour, 377.133. Nope, you are not seeing things. That is First Great Western. And they're now arriving with the service from Bristol Parkway to Brighton is 158.961. Just now arriving with the 1516 service, I believe from Portsmouth Harbour to Brighton. Could be wrong. 377.102. But it's going to Brighton, definitely. Just now leaving with the 1516. London Waterloo to Portsmouth Harbour service. 450.011 and 450.089. And now just arriving with the 1517 service from Portsmouth and Southsea to Littlehampton. 313.210. $377.154, just leaving with the 1519 service to Southampton Central from London Victoria. For 50.075 and 450.077 with the 1627 to Portsmouth and Southsea. Yeah. Just now leaving with the half free back from Portsmouth Harbour to London Waterloo. 351.51. So 377.151.
For the 1534 Southwest train service to London Waterloo via Guildford. Calling at Petersfield, Hazelmere, Guildford, Woking and...
Yeah, that's a 350. 450. They're 450s, Ian. 451.06 and 451.13.